Hello, good evening, and welcome. Let's make sure audio's working, which it is. Good. Right, I'll turn that off. Welcome to Season 12 of DTCC. Quite remarkable that we've got to Season 12. I think 6 years been running now. So, this is round one. We've got another different format for you this season. Last season we had the MX5s. This season we have something a bit different. We have 7 rounds as per last season, but this time we've got 2 different cars. We've got the Alpha 155 and we've got the Nissan Silvia, both Group 4 categories, and each driver has got to use each car at least 3 times over the course of the season. So for 7 races, you've got to use one 3 times and one 4 times. I'll explain a bit more as we go through, but this is the first round, and this season, a bit like the MX5s in the last season, we've got 3 different types of race. We've got the 1 hour enduros, we've got the 2 30-minute feature races, and then we've got the sprint races of 3 15-minute races. So tonight is Monza. Return to Monza. It's been a while since DTCC has been at Monza, and this is 2 30-minute races tonight. So let's have a look at the grid. Same grid, same qualifying format as was the MX5s, where there's a 15-minute session and the drivers go out according to their reverse average score per race. So the driver who's scoring the least amount of points per average goes out first on 15 minutes, and they work their way down the order until we get to the driver who's scored the most points per race, which inevitably is Chris P, who will go out last. So typically the first driver gets 15 minutes and the last driver gets between 4 and 5 minutes to set their lap. And the other interesting bit is tyres. The drivers have to use, a bit like the Mazdas last season, 1 set of medium, 1 set of softs, 1 set of hards through the entire night's racing, and then they have to start the first race on a tyre compound that they didn't use in qualifying. So that tends to mix things up a bit as well. Right, so here we go. Let's have a quick grid walk, run through the grid, and this is where I'll probably have to flick to the put the info on as well, because I will not know who's driving what. But what I do know is Chris Pengelly is in pole, our 11-time champion. James said good evening all. Hi Matt, looking forward to getting some good racing back live. Hi James, hope you're doing good. Alright, so Chris is on pole. He was faster than qualifying. Matt was second in his Martini Alpha. So Chris and Matt are both in the Alphas. And third, can I tell who that is? No. Let's ping up the driver numbers, because I won't have a clue. Is that 34? Who's number 34? That's Big Dan. He's in the Silvia, so he's gone to Silvia for the Monza races. We'll see as the races play out that the Silvia and the Alpha both have strengths and weaknesses, and we'll see why. Now, this shouldn't have been a grid start, actually. This is where I mucked up the settings. This should have been a rolling start for these races, but it's a grid start here, which means we can do the grid walk, which is good. Right, then fourth on the grid was Chris Rains in his Silvia. I know that one. Then fifth, who was fifth? 101. Who was 101? Let's have a look. Who's number 101? That's Wayne. Wayne in the Alpha. So he's got an Alpha for the first night's racing. And Pat, number 4, recognise that one. He's very cool looking, black and red, steak-ish, red rather than green, but he's in his Alpha. And then behind him, so Pat did very well in qualifying. And we've got Alex in his replica DTM Alpha. And no doubt if he's watching and in the chat, he'll tell me who that's based on. Right, then Who we got? So that's top 6, no, top 7, and then we got 8th is Baz. I recognise that car anywhere, running the same livery that Baz and Matt won the GTMC and VRC's league a little while ago. Okay, very nice. He's in Sylvia. Then James, I think James is Calsonic. Now, as per usual, there's bonus points for each unique livery that's done per round. So I think James might have got it, or maybe it was Matt in the Martini. Then we've got Silver Star in the Sylvia. I think he's in the Sylvia because he doesn't own the Alpha. And then at the back, we have Skipstar, who joined right at the end. Right, so that's our grid. I think we've got 11 cars for 30 minutes of Monza. And turn 1 at Monza is always carnage, so we'll watch out for that. And this is the view that Chris can see. Let's come out of that, and we'll get going. Right, let's make sure everything is on. Right, cool. Right, so obviously I was racing in these. I'm racing this season, so these are all on replay, so they're not live, but we will run them live. I won't go back and watch replays as little as I can. Right, if we're ready, we have 30 minutes of Monza. Here we go. Right, grid start shouldn't have been, but we got a grid start, and what we'll probably see is the Alphas scream away from the Sylvias because the Alphas have got really good traction, being 4-wheel drive, I think. So anyway, here we go. So Matt is immediately on the back of Chris as we go into the chicane for the first time. And then we've got a bit of a squabble going on. We're all going to get through that turn 1 and 2. Oh, that's James has done a little pirouette. I think other than that, they all seem to have got through as we head through then into Curva Grande for the first time. Chris has got, yeah, the Sylvias are not very good off the line. They've been jumped by a load of Alphas. So Chris has dropped down to 7th. Pat is up to 6th. Dan is up to, no, dropped down to 5th. He's about to be swallowed as we go into the second chicane for the first time. Let's see what happens here. Can he keep it? Yes, he can. And we've got Chris gets back up to 6th. Let's go back to P1, and I didn't put the keyboard on, which was daft. Right, Chris has got the lead so far. Right, I'll have to try and get the keyboard sorted. Right, Chris has got away. He is on medium, so we'll keep a track on people's tyres. Matt is on soft, so we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, who's that going wide? That was Pat, I think, running a little wide coming out the second Lesmo, and he's got Bazza right behind him. So let's have a watch as we go down the hill under the old banking. There we go, through the bridge, and we've got Pat alongside. We did have Pat alongside, and Baz makes the move. We've got anyone behind us? We've got Silver Star right behind us. Let's see if the Alpha Grunt gets us back. No, I don't think so. Right, I need to get the keyboard set up. I've done this for a while. Right, I was getting up ahead. We've got Wayne. So it's Big Dan. No, sorry, it's, who have we got there? Dan and Chris. So the two Sylvias battling out for 5th place as we come across the line for the first time. I think so. We've got Chris leading, and then we've got this train of cars that come screaming down the main straight. I think it looks like was Chris gonna have a go? I think he's gonna have a go. Let's look back from that rear wing of Chris's Sylvia. Big Dan gonna make a lunge? No, he's not, but I think there was a bit of a skirmish going. Oh, Silver Star's a little late there on the move with Pat, but I think he made that cleanly through. So Pat's down to 9th after a good qualifying. Look at that, he's really battling with Silver Star. He's trying to go past on the grass through Curva Grande, muscling his way through. Now, will the Sylvia come back? Because the Alpha's very good at the... Benjamin wants to say hi and do his usual little adverts going.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you, Benjamin. Right, so what we got there? Pat's gone the right. Whilst we're doing that, let's just rewind that. So here we go, watching Pat getting past Jack on the run up to the second chicane. Hang on, buddy, I'm trying to commentate.
Have you subscribed to my channel as well?
Yeah, Benjamin's got a channel as well. It looks like we had a bit of a knock there between Jack and Pat. So Pat has been relegated down to the back. Right, at the front we go. Chris, still leading on those mediums. The Alpha's pretty hard on his tyres, so we'll see how this shakes out. And as I said, every driver has to use all 3 sets, but only once. So one of these races is going to be a non-stopper, and one race is the drivers are going to have to stop. So obviously you've got 3 sets of tyres to do 2 races, so one race at least you need to stop. So we'll see how that plays out. So Matt's in second, not making much progress on Chris. Chris is the mediums, yet he's pulling away. And we've got Alex is in third. He's shaken off Wayne a little bit. So we've got Alpha's in the top 4. I found a new button actually. We can zoom in. Look at that. We did not know that before. Look, I can zoom in on Wayne and back off again. Right. So Wayne's in 4th. Chris is 5th. Power sliding as he goes into Parabolica. He's pulled away a little bit from Big Dan, who's in 6th. Basil's in 7th in the Sylvia. So we've got top 4 Alphas. Then we've got a slew of Sylvias. Then we've got Skipster, who's made his way up to 8th. He's done well, I think, avoiding some of the carnage. Silver Star's in 9th. He's got James for company. And then Pat is in 11th. Right, to the front we go again. Chris has just done the fastest lap, a 2:02.48. As I compare with Matt's. So yeah, he's 3 tenths up. Let's see if Matt can start closing that gap with his softs on. Alex is also on softs. You can see that the Alphas are already starting to chew their front. How's Wayne doing? Wayne's tyres looking a bit better, but he's got Chris right behind him actually. So given the Alpha's got quite a big advantage coming out the slow chicanes, Sylvia does have a top speed advantage. So there's a bit of a crossover that the Alphas pull away on acceleration, but towards the end of the straight, Sylvia reins it back in again. And I was expecting everyone to be using Alphas on this track, but no, it's quite a nice mix here. So let's say every driver's got to use each car at least 3 times over the course of the 7 race nights. So we're seeing quite a mix here, although Chris is one of the drivers who hasn't got much choice because he doesn't have the Alpha. I can't walk and talk, get my keyboard running at the same time. Right, let's see then what's been... yeah, the battles. Chris, it looks like he's closing a little bit on the Alpha in front of him. Dan's dropped off a little bit. Bazza's doing okay. He's on softs. Big Dan is on medium, so Baz has got a tyre advantage there. And then Skips is a little bit back, and he's got Jack, James and Pat all in close formation behind him. Let's see if we go on board with Pat. Is he going to make a move? No, I think he's a bit too far away, but James might be thinking getting a little bit of a slipstream from the back of Jack's black Sylvia. Here we go, he's starting to pick up the toe. Let's watch behind. Next Level's Racing sponsored Sylvia. Is James going to send one into the first chicane? No, he doesn't. Pat really closes up on the back of James. Probably thought he was going to T-bone him there, but nothing doing yet. Oh no, James is gone. Sylvia's are skittish. That's given Pat a really nice run as we go through Curva Grande again. So Curva Grande Part 2. And here we see the Alpha pulls alongside under acceleration from the chicane. Let's see what happens here. Are we going to see another little skirmish between these two? No, Pat does it, but slides across. Left his brake a little bit too late, gives the plastic bollards a clout, and Silver Star gets it back. So these two having a good little scrap. Let's go up to the front now. Let's see what's happening to third. Alex is still there, but he's been reeled in by Wayne. Look at that, Wayne is now right on his bumpers, going car with Wayne. We go through Ascari, should be pretty much flat through the right and the left as we come out. Alex playing with fire there, getting it onto the curb. You don't want to go up there because those Ascari curbs are nasty. So into Parabolica we go. We're already coming up to the end of lap 4. Let's say it's a 30-minute race. The drivers will have to decide what race they pit on and which one they don't, because tyres will not be a problem as Wayne is starting to size Alex up. Let's see, can he make a move? He's right on his tail. Oh, give me a bun draft. Interesting as they go down as the main straight. Look at that, right behind. Is he going to make a move around the outside as we go to turn 1? He's alongside. Is the brake in there and nudging ahead now? Alex has still got the inside though. Oh, look at this good race between the pair of them. And look at that, Chris is loitering in the background. Can he get the run? But there you can see the Alpha just pulls away on the grunt. Straight line speed, top end. As I say, the Sylvia is very, very good. And some tracks, it'll be the... Oh, what did I do there? In fact, you press pause. It'll be the weapon of choice, but around here, it loses out on the chicanes. Right, I'm trying to walk and talk there and get my keyboard up and running. But this looks to be the battle. Wayne's right at the back of Alex again. Alex got a little bit squirrely coming out of the second chicane. These three having a cracking battle. Trying to come off this battle from here, but then we've got Chris has dropped off a little bit, but again we've got a nice run as we go down from the second Lesmo into Ascari. Let's see what happens this time. Wayne's alongside as we go into the left-hander of Ascari, and the right, then the left. Alex is defending the inside. He's going to break late. Oh, look at this cracking racing in between them. Let's watch this from Chris though. Look at this. So the two Alphas got him for acceleration onto the straights, but top speed the Silver can keep up if you time the gear shifts right. Absolutely rev it out. Oh, look at his waves now trying down the inside, and Chris is going to get a brilliant tow from the pair of them, and we're alongside now. Oh, trying to get, there's so much going on here. So Wayne's now going to try and go down the inside, and Chris is going to try and go on the grass. This incredible race. Look at this as we go down the main straight. Of course, this is allowing Matt and Chris to disappear. But look at this, we've got 3 abreast as we come into the first chicane. Over the line we go into lap 6. On the sort of the low drone cam. Oh, Chris is now, guys, see that top end of that Sylvia is good. He's on the outside though. Oh, can they all get through? Yes, they do. But look at Alex, it's now gone down. Gone from, oh, let's watch that again. It's gone from 3rd to 5th to 3rd. Let's watch that from, let's go back on, let's go back on board. Go back on board with Alex. So we've got, Wayne's just gone past us. We've got Chris somewhere, sorry, this is from Chris's point, but let's watch Alex, sorry. So we've got Wayne and Chris. Oh, it breaks really late. Chris and Wayne have a little bit of a battle as we exit, and look at that, Alex makes up 2 places. Oh, right, keep going too far, there we go. Right, so, battle on over between Wayne and Chris. Alex has got a little bit of breathing space now. Now, what can Chris do under braking into the second chicane? Looks like he's going to make a move. Oh, come on, camera, catch me up. There we go. Oh, look at that nice racing between the pair of them. And Chris gets through. Nice move. So Wayne was in 3rd fleetingly, and now he's back down to 5th again. Alright, let's see if I can get my keyboard working. There we go. Right, hopefully that is now on. We have keyboard as well. Right. I don't want to do that. Right, should we have a bit of a recap because it's been fast and frenetic so far. Why was that doing that? Oh, right, get that. Oh, there's that keyboard me. Oh, I didn't have to do that. Right, hopefully that's working. No, it's not. Brilliant. Right. I think it's different to live. Maybe the keyboard doesn't work when I'm not doing a replay. That could be it. Right, so Chris is leading. But he's being caught by Matt. So he just did a 2-minute point 2, which is his fastest. Matt, he's also on a low 2 minutes, but he's at 2-minute point 1, and he's definitely gaining here. But as you can see, his left front. Yeah, no, keyboard doesn't work, which is a bit annoying. Okay, that's a waste of time. Right, so yeah, his left front is definitely starting to wear, whereas we look at Chris's on his mediums, absolutely fine. But he's keeping him honest. Chris is running away with this one. Let's have a look at this battle now. So AJ's got a little bit of a gap. Oh, looks like a move was going on there. Big Dan's joining the party, and so is Baz. So Big Dan and Bazza has joined the party now for this battle for third. So we got Alex in third. Wayne now catching him back again. So Wayne's got past Chris again. And we got 3 Silvias trying to chase down the 2 Alphas. Chris in 5th, Dan in 6th, Bazza's now in 7th. Big Dan got a little bit sideways going through the second chicane. We'll pull up the names. Skipper's doing a nice job here, hanging on. Very soft, but given he joined right at the last minute, so he's in 8th, and we got Pat and Silverstar still battling away over 9th and 10th. Pat takes a bit of a shortcut there, gets a run as we go into the first Lesmo and gets it done because the Alpha's so strong on the acceleration. Can Jack come back from that? Let's watch on board with him. Taking a stake Alpha. The Alpha will have a slight advantage on acceleration, but here comes the Silvia. So his top end is very good. He will start to draw alongside. Is he going to get to the overlap? It's close. We've got him on the brakes, but Pat holds it down the inside. These two are in a bit of a ding-dong battle. Live to fight another day, and James obviously had a couple of dramas. He's down at 11th. So, Matt's taking the lead. I have to rewind that. Where did that suddenly come from? Going back a long way. I think Chris maybe got wide coming out the second chicane. Let's have a look. Really pushing it. Yep, gets onto the kitty litter. That allows Matt to just drive past. So Chris will have a bit of dirt on his tyres for a couple of corners as well. So Matt takes the lead on his softs. Now Monza is pretty good on its tyres, given it's mainly straights, but I'm not sure anyone will be able to make their softs last the entire race. So where are we? We're 13 minutes in and Matt's left front is almost half, so it could be doable, but you won't have much tyres left at the end. So Chris got to do it all over again. He's got to come back at Matt. Then we've got this battle going on here, so Alex has still got Wayne right behind him, and then we've got the 3 Silvers chasing behind. Probably try and bump draft each other to do a bit of team tactics to try and get those Silvias to the back of the Alphas and make up for their lack of low end acceleration. What's going on? So Chris is still leading these 3. Let's go on board with Bazza Street. Just hitting 142 as we go to the Parabolic Up, which I think officially is now called the Alboreto corner after the Kelly Alboreto, but we all know it as Parabolica. I say we all know. Most of these drivers don't know any of them. Right, here we go. Wayne's right behind Wayne. Alright, is he going to make another move as we go into the first chicane? Alex just leaving him a car with. Wayne's looking around the outside, but no, nothing doing against. It's good defended by Alex. He's not making it easy, and why should he? Right, I'm going to get a track map up, because we like the official names of this track. Alright, Wayne's still at the back. Still pushing. Looks like Dan and Baz are flying in formation. Let's get the... There we go. Right, that'll do. Right, into the second Lesmo. There we go. But there's no fuel saving required here. This season 12's fuel deg has been lowered somewhat, so they won't have the need to fuel save, so they can go flat out the entire way. Wayne is still trying. His softs are starting to go a little bit though, and this is where the Silvias will definitely come into play, because if you look at Chris's softs, well, they actually are reasonably well worn, but they're better than the Alpha of Wayne, and they're better than the Alpha of Alex. Let's have a look. Chris has got past Matt. Where did that happen? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, Chris just drafted past Matt by the looks of it into the first chicane. Let's have a watch. Let's see in-car from Chris as we get a good tow into the first chicane. Oh, Matt, look at that. He defends the inside. Is Chris going to go around the outside again? He does, like he did at Spa a few seasons ago, who just drives around the outside of Matt. So great move by Chris, retakes the lead. And we saw this. This is Alex defending from Wayne. Chris is in the mix as well. Let's fast forward that because I think we saw that. Right, here we go. So Chris is dragging the Sylvias. Oh, what's happened to Bazza? Bazza's obviously had a spin somewhere. Very easy done in the twitchy Sylvia. Especially with his big rims, Baz. Look at those rims. Right, Skips is up to 7th, so Sam's having a great race. Started last, quite quietly. Get on with it. So Big Dan is still in 6th. Chris is bringing him along for the ride, and Chris is now getting on the tail of the Alphas in front. He'll have a tyre advantage. Those softs will go to the end. There's Alex leading, waiting to turn 1 again. And then Chris is going to try and go down the inside of the pair of you at the top end of the Sylvia. Oh, so Wayne's now up to 3rd. Chris is to 4th. Alex is down to 5th, but immediately takes 4th back again because it can accelerate the Sylvia from the slow chicanes. Right, that track map's no good. Hasn't got the first corner, no. That one doesn't work. Varianta de Rettifilio, and this is into Varianta del Roggia. Right, oh, Alex goes a bit deep. Went a bit deep, gives the bollard another clout. Pat's bollard gets hit again. So Wayne is now up to 3rd, and Chris is having a look into the first Lesmo. That's a brave place to pass. You need a real speed advantage coming out of the second chicane to get that one done. Look at this racing. We knew the Monza would be good. Constantly battling. Oh, Alex has gone a little bit wide. I think that's going to give Chris a shot into the Variante Ascari. So obviously Variante means chicane. Oh, he wasn't sure which way to go there. So I kind of picked... Oh, look at that. He's gone around the outside. Wow. What a move that was from Chris. I rewinded that. You don't pass there. So Chris was thinking, I don't know which way to go. I'm just going to go try the inside, and now that's not going to work. I'm going to go down the outside. And look at that. Alex goes a little deep, and Chris says, I'll have some of that. I'm just going to drive around the outside of the right-hander, which is officially called turn 9, but we don't call them turns. We say it's a Variante Ascari. And he's up to 4th. And meanwhile, Dan's now sniffing around Alex for 5th place. Alex, just leave it. Oh, look at this scrap for 3rd. It's amazing. Wayne's like thinking, I'm loving this because Chris has gone wide. So we're going to have another 3-car. Who should we watch from board this time? Let's watch Dan. Actually, no, let's go on. Let's look at the rear wing. Look, we can't even see Dan. He's so close to the back of Alex. There's a Sylvia in there somewhere. Oh, here he goes. We're going to try 3 abreast. Chris is revving it out. Let's see, that Sylvia's got a good top end. Oh, Alex thought about it. He thought about it. Nothing doing. In the meantime, Wayne's not escaping either. Right, how's Baz doing? Baz is still keeping ahead of Sam. And Silver Star, how's he doing? He looks like he's shaking off, just on his PB. He's shaking off Pat for a little bit. There's Pat. He's done his PB as well. Silver Star just done his PB of a 202.8. Pat just did a 201.9. So both PBs. Pat is a second quicker. Wayne saying in the chat, I forgot how close this was. Good fun to watch it back as well as drive. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, Pat is now getting a run on Jack. On board we go of the Stake Alpha. Which is kind of right because it was Alpha and it's now Audi. Oh, he's going to get a good run. I think he's got him. Let's have a look. Yes, we have. So these two having a good battle. And they're not hitting each other. Into second Lesmo, this will be tricky. Don't really pass into the second Lesmo. And there you can see the Alpha pulling away, but Jack will reel him back in. Right, let's go back to third. Spaced out a little bit now. Wayne's still third, so let's have a look. Matt's tyres are starting to melt. Chris has got a bit of a lead. His mediums are looking absolutely fine, still doing a mid 2 minutes. Matt's doing a 2:14, so could have been a mistake, or his tyres could be starting to drop off. And there is just under 10 minutes to go. I don't think he's going to get those tyres to last. Through the horribly clunky first chicane, Variante del Rettifilo, which has been reprofiled a number of times over the years. It's now a fairly simple 2-corner chicane, whereas it used to be 4, I think, back in the day. Right, there's Wayne, muttering about old mods track configurations. Up to third, and then holding third. Chris is now fourth, who's shaking Alex off a little bit. And then we've got Big Dan. Baz is starting to claw back again, and all Skips has obviously had a bit of a skirmish on turn 1. He's had a couple of bad laps, so he's dropped off the back. Pat is still trying to shake off Jack. Pat's on his mediums, Jack's on mediums, so no tyre advantage there. And then James is trying to claw back, and he's catching him, but he's quite a long way off. Right, Chris is now escaping. We'll see what he does. He's on a purple as well, so now the fuel's starting to drop. You can see just over half a tank left, so fuel is not a problem in these races. Matt Soft's starting to wear. I imagine he'll be coming in. Be interesting to see what Chris does. Oh, Wayne has still got Chris right behind him, so he's not shaking off that Sylvia. You can see now in the tow, the Sylvia's obviously, as you can tell by just looking at it, it's a pretty slippery car compared to the Alpha, and here goes Chris down the inside. I think we've got him. Can Wayne get him back though on acceleration as we come out of the Parabolica? Oh, track limits and straight over that sausage curb. Right, now we're in the tow of the Sylvia, but that Sylvia is small and it's slippery and it's got good top end. And you can see we're in the tow and we're not gaining. That's how good the Sylvia is towards the end of the straights. No, nothing doing there. Into the first chicane. Oh, Chris gets his sideways and that. I think it's going to be all we need to go past. Wayne doesn't need a second invitation. Chris is so keen to get the power on so he doesn't get swallowed by the Alpha. Sylvia does have a habit of going sideways under power, so Wayne is back in the third. So these are the cracking race. Wayne is watching this and probably loving it. Right up the sharp end. Obviously Wayne did some practice for this one. Chris is coming back into the second Lesmo. Oh, bit of rubbish racing, look at this. Side by side though, Chris gives him room on exit and gets it. So Chris is up to third. Did a brilliant job on the Silver, given he was requalified, but Wayne's saying yes I can hear. And meanwhile Little's GP has just done the first sub 2 minute race. Lap he's done 59.965. But we won't watch the first two because they're boring. This is far more entertaining. So Chris is up to third now on a track that I really didn't think the Sylvia would have much of a hope. Let's see what else is going on. So Alex is not out of this for a podium either. And then we'll see what's going on. So Big Dan's in 7th. Baz is up to 8th. Sorry, Baz is up to 7th again. Silver Star is 8th. Or Matt's pitting. So Matt's deciding he's going to get rid of his tyres. Pat doing a bit of grass cutting again. There's James and Skips is obviously... Oh, Skips has pitted. So Sam's gone for his hards. Now I should really make notes of who's using what. So Matt is now changing from his softs to hards. Right, so he decides he's going to do a 5-minute stint or so on his hards. Here comes Bazza. Is he going to get past Matt into the first chicane? It's going to be close. Bazza goes through. Matt's down to 6th. Wayne is also pitted and he's come out on hards. Right, so let's see what Matt can do from there. Down to 6th, but he's doing his stop. It looks like he's already got a pretty good run on Bazza. Yeah, look at that. Alpha is so quick off the... so even with cold hards, he's got an advantage. Let's see, can we get the drop into the Variante della Roja? No. Bazza's got the tyre advantage. What's Bazza off? Bazza's on pretty warm softs though. So we'll see if there's an overlap between fresh hards and worn soft. Oh, Bazza goes a bit wide. I think that's the advantage Matt needs. Down the inside. Through up to 5th goes the Martini Alpha. So big dance on mediums, so I don't think he'll be stopping. Alex is up to 3rd. He hasn't stopped. He's on softs, but that right left front is looking rather second hand. He's got another 4 minutes to go, which is probably another 2 laps. He's going to try and hang that out because Dan's tyres are looking very juicy, his mediums. So, right, here comes Little GP as I would. Interesting. I'm surprised he's stopping there on his mediums. Obviously, he thinks that he can get in and out. The stops are pretty quick here, but what's Chris doing? So Chris is coming down the main straight, so Chris is gonna take the lead. I think he will. Will we see Chris flash past us? There he goes. Chris is taking the lead now in the Silvia. We were not expecting that. Chris has got to watch for the pit lane. He's got AJ right behind him. Alex went a bit deep in there though. That might give Big Dan a sniff. Saved by the traction. Right, so Little GP has gone for softs, so he's going to be quick. He's given himself like just under 2 laps to try and reel that gap in. Against the Silvia, that's good on his tyres, but its tyres are getting pretty done. But Chris is still doing PBs, sector-wise, so the tyres are hanging on. I do like that livery. It's a nice livery, Chris. It's simple, but it's great. Right, Alex is 3rd. He's got Dan right behind him. Alex's tyres are absolutely going to be done, I think. I think this might be a lap too long, this race. So Dan's hunting him down in 3rd. Matt has got past Baz on his hards. So he's decided to get rid of his softs and hards in this race and do his stop. Baz is up to 6th. Wayne has also stopped, so he's on his hards. Same strategy as Matt. Silver Star just done his PB. He's on medium, so he's going to go to the end, as will probably Pat. James is on mediums, he hasn't stopped, and Sam's got rid of his hards in this one as well. So I think we're going to have 1 more lap to go. Can Chris hang on for an extremely unlikely win? He's on softs, but Chris is coming at him quickly. He's got Alpha's going to have a huge grip advantage. So we're going into the last lap, and again in DTCC we're going to have a last lap thriller. Let's go on board with Chris. We know that Sylvia's fast in a straight line. As we can see, Chris just protecting the inside. Is Chris P going to dive down the inside? It'll be a late one, but he does. Oh, that was super late, but I think he's going to try and get him on acceleration as we come out of the Curva Grande alongside each other. Can the top end of the Silvia save him? I don't think it will. Chris is going to have the inside for the chicane with fresh tyres. In the meantime, Big Dan's got past Alex, but into the first chicane. Who's going to take it? Chris is on the inside, Chris is on the outside. There we go, so nice move. This will be the last lap, so nicely done by Chris P against Chris R. I don't think Chris R is going to find a way back there, but we'll keep an eye on it. So Dan has got himself up to 3rd. Alex's left front is now dead. You can see, oh, he's totally dead. So he's gone a lap too long, I think. Matt is right behind him on his fresh hards. Oh, look at the understeer. That means Matt just drives through. Alex cursing those soft tyres in the Alpha. Does that give Baz a sniff of 5th? Let's go up to the lead. What's Chris doing? I think he's probably got a gab. He has. And we are on our final lap because the clock has ticked over 30 minutes. There we go, final lap. Let's just see what's going on with Alex. Can Baz take it on the last lap? We'll find out. Right, so into Parabolica for the last time we go. Well done, Chris. Took the gamble that he could get in and out of the pits and still win, and he's done it. So Chris takes the first race of the night. Well done, Chris. He gets fastest lap on the last lap as well, just to boot the extra point. Chris Arlo gets a great second. A really good third for Dan as well. So 2-3 for Sylvia's. Matt gets 4th after his stop. Alex just hangs on to 5th. Bazza gets 6th. Good 6th from him. Wayne gets 7th. So Chris and Matt, so Wayne and Matt are the top sort of half dozen. And the only 2 who stopped. So a good 7th from Wayne. And it looks like Pat has managed to get up to 8th. What's happened there? So Pat gets 8th. Jack gets 9th, James gets 10th, and then Skipster, who has also stopped, has got his stop out of the way. And it's probably about a 15-second stop, I'd say, so he's got that penalty out of the way as well. He finishes 11th. Right, so there we go. Round 1, race 1. Chris is our winner. Chris R finishes 2nd. Strong start from him. Big Dan in 3rd. Chris R and Big Dan, neither of them stopped. And then Matt gets 4th. Alex 5th. Bazza 6th. Wayne 7th. Pat 8th. Jack 9th. James 10th. And Sam 11th. Right. That was race 1. Race 2. Race 2 has a reverse top 8 grid. Alright, so 8th in the race will be on pole. And it's a standing start. Alright, so let's get everything sorted. Alright, so Pat finished 8th, so he starts from the front. That's a dreadful angle. Wayne got 7th in the first race, so he's 2nd. That's a good grid position. Bazza 3rd. Alex is 4th. Matt is 5th. Dan is 6th. Chris R 7th. Chris P 8th. And then Silver Star was unfortunately 9th, so he starts 9th. James 10th. And Skipster 11th. Right, here we go. Let's see what 30 minutes of the race 2 looks like. Pat will lead us the way. He's on his hards, so he's not got much grip to start with. Wayne's on medium, so I expect Wayne to make a lunge. Right, over the start line we go. That's not the greatest of views, but here goes Wayne already. He's starting to think about making a move. He does straight away. Goes straight on. Ambition got the better of him there. Right, goes back in the middle of the pack. In the meantime, so Pat's got away nicely. Alex is up to 2nd. Matt has got up to 3rd. So the Alpha's really flying from that first opening phase of the race. Bazza's down to 4th. Yeah, Wayne said, oops, yes. Got so excited. Oh, we got a battle going into the second chicane. There's a lot of cars trying to get into a space of not a lot of cars. Big Dan, I think they all survived just about. Sam's, he's done a good start there. Chris has been bumped down to 9th. So he's definitely lost out there in the early skirmishes. Wayne has got back to 10th already, and then James is in 11th. Let's just see what's going on up front. Oh, look at this now. We've got a battle going down the hill into Ascari. We've got Matt and Pat fighting over 2nd, and then we've got Alex defending. We've got 5 cars come bearing down into Ascari. Alex, Matt, Pat, Chris and Baz all in a line. They all get through though, amazingly. Right, what can Baz do? He's in the toe of one Alpha. He's now got to switch to the toe of another Alpha. There we go. Can he drag his way past Pat around the outside? Let's go on board. There's Pat has gone, so we've done him. There's Pat behind us. Literally right behind us. Can Baz use that slippery shape of the Sylvia to drag his way past the Alpha in front of him? Here we go. We're on hards though. That's going to be tough. Oh, he's giving Chris a bump draft. Project 1 racing. Chris now races 4. Anything to it? No. All on hards. And we're right behind Matt as well. Look at this. Top 5. All in a row. Oh, there's more carnage going on behind. I think that was Sam getting down. Oh no, who's that been spun around? Oh, let's see what happened there. That was a bit of... someone got spun. Let's see who that was. Trying to keep, was that Chris maybe? Oh, there's a lot of cars all going into the same space. Bit bumping and boring. Oh yeah, it looks like Jack and Chris contacted. So this lot are also bumping and boring. Baz is saying, hey buddy, looking forward to watching tomorrow at the moment we're in Racing Pats Championship. Cool, got something to look forward to. Right, so Big Dan has managed to come out of that line 6th. Jack is making them fast late. Oh, bumps his way into Big. Who was A? That was Wayne and Jack having a little panel bashing. Still going, and Skips is trying to get involved in this as well. And then we've got James hovering in the background as well. Then Chris trying to recover. Wayne's leading this pack along. Let's go on board with Sam. We go down the hill under the old banking. Can't imagine what that would have been like to race on. Show me that in the game. Oh, Wayne's definitely defending from Jack. Covering the inside, Jack still looking down the inside. Wayne gets a little bit wide, gets onto the kitty litter, manages to hold it, and Sam is going to get a nice run on all 3 of them, I think. Look at this. And James is in there as well. Oh my word. Is James going to have a lunge down the inside while the other 3 all tow each other in the parabolic car? Sam's deciding he's going to try and thread the needle. Has he got, I think he's got Wayne. Jack's in there as well. Oh, there's a lot of, there's going to be a lot of bodywork repairs. Italian bodywork companies are watching this and rubbing their hands. Chris has decided to go in. So he's done his mandatory 2 laps on the compound, which means they're classed as used. So he can now come in, ditch those hards, get some clean air. Right, let's go back to the front. Let's see what's going on there. So Alex is still leading from Matt, and then we got Chris. So Alex is on his mediums, Matt is on his mediums, Chris is on his hards. So Alex and Matt have got the tyre advantage. But remember, Alex didn't stop in the first race, Matt and Chris did. So Alex has got to try and pull, let's say, 15-second gap on these 2 to offset that pit stop he's going to have to do. Whereas Matt is mediums to the end, Chris is hards to the end because he used medium and softs in the first race. I do hope you're paying attention. So, Alex is a cork in this bottle. And then what we've got behind, Baz is up to 4th, doing a nice job. Pat's now up to 5th, escaped the crazy gang. Dan's into 6th, oh that's a nice view, I like that. Skip's in 7th, Wayne in 8th, James 9th, and Chris after his stop is in 10th. Who did we lose? We lost someone, I think we lost Jack. Right, so the front we've got now, Alex has got Matt right behind us. Is Matt going to try and pass? No, he's going to bump draft. But he figures they're going to try and drop the Alpha behind, because the Alpha behind's on hards, and these 2 in front are on medium, so can they work together to break the slipstream? There's a bit of a gap now, whereas Matt is now right on the back of Alex and he's bump drafting him, and Matt just gets the fastest lap to a 2 minute point 5. Right behind Alex. Is he going to make a move into the first chicane, or is that just trying to get his sight in for the braking? Doesn't make a move, but Chris is right behind, so the three of them aren't the two of them aren't dropping Chris. But if anything, Chris is getting pretty close to the back of that Martini Alpha, which won the livery. So Mattis Martini Alpha gets the extra 3 points, which always comes in handy. Alright, are we going to have a go as we go into the second chicane? Thinking about it. Side better. Top curve. Left curve. Right curve. We get on the power. So, 3 in battle up front. Alex, the only one who doesn't have to, that has to stop out of these this trio. And then we've got Bazza. Bazza's on his hards. Pat's on his hards. Pat's doing some pretty decent lap times here. He just did a 2 minute 2.4, which is a second faster than Baz. So Pat's getting some good lap times of the out of the hards. Let's have a look. Danny's now in a little bit of a gap. He's on hards as well, so lots of people taking hards for this second race. Sam, meanwhile, is on mediums, and Sam stopped. So that's almost a net third for Sam at the moment. And we've got Wayne behind us, and then there's James in 9th. Half a second up on his PB, and then Chris had his stop. Obviously was turned around on lap 1 as well, maybe lap 2, right. So out front we've got the top 3, still lying astern. Can Matt make a move this time? Got Chris right behind us. As we gain on the Alpha in front. Is Matt going to make a move as we go into turn 1? He's going to try down the inside. Alex is defending a little bit, but Matt's on the inside. Alex does a lovely job in defending, and here comes Chris trying to get in on the action. So Alex did a great job defending there, and now Chris is right on the bumper of Matt. Chris the 11-time winner, and Matt pretty much the 11-time second place. I think he's come second in all 11, but Chris is going to make a move now into the first chicane. Oh, this is going to be the second chicane. He's got him though. Very nicely done, on hards too. So Chris is up to second. Immediately starts to defend those. Matt comes back at the Lesbo. They're both leaning on each other as they go around the Lesbo side by side. Nice racing there, look at that, no contact between the pair of them. Matt is, he says he's giving me a little tap into the second Lesbo. Chris is on his hards doing his usual alien job of being just as fast as those around him who are on better tyres. Right, what can Matt do into Ascari? Is he going to make a move? Not quite. Chris gets a little bit sideways. This is let Alex get away. Let's do a pace. Actually, let's have a look from this one. Very nice view of all the drivers' helmets. Right, Matt is going to make a move into Parabolica by the looks of it. Yes, he does. Now, is he forsaking getting a run down the main straight, which means Chris will probably just get him back, but he's obviously decided he wants to just get on with it. Let's go and get Alex. Keeps the inside, look like he can't get much tighter. Chris is right on the bumper of that Martini. Let's go from the back. Giving Matt a bump draft as well, so they're actually the two title protagonists of many a season are actually working together to try and catch Alex. Interesting, deciding that it's better to team up and then go for the battle afterwards, both knowing that Alex has to stop. Right, Pat is up to 4th now. Who we lost? Dan is 5th. Sam's up to 6th, he isn't stopping. Wayne's up to 7th. Bazza's stopped. Bazza's stopped, hasn't he? He's on pretty fresh mediums, I think. Yep, so Bazza's dropped down to 8th, but he's now stopped. Chris is up to 9th, doing a PB, recovering. And James is 10th, and he has stopped as well. Let's just see what else is going on So there's Pat with a fine race up to 4th. He's on the hards. I cannot remember if he stopped or not. Should make a note of these things. I'm not that professional. Right, so Big Dan's up to 5th. He definitely needs to stop because I don't think he got his podium, so he will have to stop. With Sam looking very nice now in 6th. Wayne also stopped in the first race, so we know he is going to gain some positions. We've got Bazza behind, right, so let's go back to what's happening. He's top 3. Still line the stern. So look, Alex's tyres looking a little bit more worn than Matt's, but you know Alex has to stop. And it looks like Chris and Matt are starting to close back on him again. Matt's just done another fastest lap, 2 minute point 4, half second up on Chris, pretty much half second up on Alex as well. So Matt is currently the fastest on the track, and Pat is in, as is Dan. Fuel no problem, so the drivers will not be refueling. So that puts Wayne up to a 5th, Sam up to 4th, and it's a net 4th and 5th for these two as well. Baz has moved up to 6th, but he stopped, I think, hasn't he? I think he stopped, so that's a net 6th. Pat is in 7th, and Pat has... Oh, he has jumped down. So they've come out 7th and 8th, and it's Chris catching them. Oh, look at that, he's not far behind at all. So 7th, 8th, 9th all in view, and 6th isn't that far ahead. So Chris, with 17 minutes still to go, could be eyeing up at least a 6th place here. There's James just done his BB on his softs, so we'll see how he catches up. Let's go back to the front again. Through the trees, through the evening sun at Monza, which I can vouch is a very nice place to be when the sun's setting. Alex sliding his Alpha through Ascari. He's being caught. Starting to move around a little bit on the straights to break the toe. Matt decides he's going to have none of that and just go straight. Right, the parabolic, the three of them go again. This time Matt has got a good run as we come out. Let's go on board. Chris is there as well. Are we going to see more bump drafting, or is Matt going to make a play for the lead inside time to go? Yeah, I think he's decided. Into the first chicane we go, side by side. Alex going to defend this one. Can Matt make this one stick? I think he can. He's just ahead. Alex keeps his nose in, but Matt does it this time, and it looks like Alex is going to get done for second as well. Let's go on board with Chris. We go around Curva Grande. There's Matt, he's got ahead, so no. Alex has managed to hold that one, probably because he's on mediums. He probably had a little bit better purchase coming out of the second chicane. Oh, Alex is really leaning as we go into the chicane. Let's come out. Oh, let's get racing between these two. Alex holds the inside with a little bit of judicious track limits. So all the while, Matt has now got a little bit of a lead. With Alex holding up Chris. Can Chris get past? Let's have a look what's going on behind. Skips is in 4th, we're Wayne in 5th. Baz is in 6th. Big Dan 7th. Chris is now up to 8th, challenging Pat. He's got Pat. So Pat obviously did have to do his stop. He's on softs though. So he's put the softs on, so he could be pretty potent because he's got better tyres on than the guys in front of him. It looks like Dan had a little bit of a wobble coming out of the second chicane, so Chris has gone down the inside. He's got him. What's Big Dan on? Big Dan's on softs as well. So Dan's actually pretty handy tyres. Well, I do like that livery as well. It's a lovely livery. I don't know why he didn't submit that one. He must have downloaded it. That's a lovely livery. Right, so Dan is now, he's got Pat behind us. We've got Chris right in front of us. Into Ascari we go. Can we outbrake him? No. Pat is holding station as well. Leaps over the curbs. Revving it out. And down the back straight into Parabolica we go. Already 16 minutes in. Oh, it's Dan gonna make a move around the outside. That's brave around the outside. He'll probably try and get a good run coming out, but yeah, he's hanging around the outside, and all the meantime Pat is loving this. Gives Dan a little bit of a love kiss just to move him on a bit, and that moves Dan right onto the back of Chris, who decides to also bump draft. All three of them are bump drafting each other. Let's see from Pat what Chris and Big Dan get up to as we go into the first chicane. Is Dan just going to sit behind him, bump draft him from a little bit, trying to help the top speed of the pair of them pull away from this Alpha that's going to get a good launch off the chicane, but not enough. Right, up to the front we go. So Matt, as we know, is leading. Chris has now gone past Alex. Can he make it stick though? As we go down to the Scari, Matt is starting to escape, so this must be starting to frustrate Chris. He's really having to defend. Cuts across the racing line. Is Alex going to make a move? Bear in mind, Alex is on the mediums, which are starting to wear, but he should still have decent grip. Oh, has Chris done enough to break that toe? Meantime, Matt is into Parabolica, so Matt is escaping up front. Chris is going to want to make this stick. Alex is still there though. Alex is still there. And he's going to get a juicy toe as we come down the main straight. You see Matt in the starting to disappear. Can he come from there? That'd be a long way back. Let's watch from the back of the P1R. He's going to take a lunge. Gaining. He's looking. Oh, went too far. Oh, Alex decides to cut across a bit. There's some definite track limit stuff going on here. Alright, we were right behind him. And this is not helping Chris P's cause at all. He's going to do a lot of defending, which is not the best for lap times, as Chris gives him a little nudge as well, pushing him towards the grass. Shades of Alonso Vettel there, but Alex decides not to attack there. Let's have a quick look back. Sam's down in a nice 4th place, and we've got looks like we've got a whole gaggle of cars as well. So Chris is in 7th, Dan in 8th, and Pat is 9th. So Chris is slowly getting there. He's made his way up to 7th now. Just done his fastest. In fact, his fastest is only 2 tenths off the quickest. So he's getting some really good pace out of that Sylvia. Big Dan's doing it as well. Look at that. Big Dan, if anything, was 100th faster. And Pat's doing 201s as well. So it's a great lap times coming to these three. That's James doing, yeah. He's not doing too bad. So yeah, actually the battle for 7th and 8th is actually they're the fastest on the track. Matt's in the high 2 minutes. So Alex has got back past. Oh, let's see what's happened there. Alex got back past Chris. Did Chris go a bit wide? It didn't look that wide, but Alex has got a good run as they come out of the second Lesmo. That's just enough, and this must be really frustrating Chris. Every time he thinks he's clear, Alex has got the outside. Alex is on the mediums. Alex goes back through. So these two are having a brilliant battle for second. You can hear the lift as well. Now he's on hards, but they're doing 2-minute 2s. Matt's doing 2 minutes, losing almost 2 seconds a lap. And Chris will know as well that Alex will need to stop. Down the main straight we go again. End of lap 10 into lap 11. Sam, what's that shot? Here's Mo Sylvia. See, hunting for sponsors in that car. Wayne's got himself up to 5th. He's having a good first round of the season. Baz is up to 6th, just saying his PB. Now look at this scrap here. So Pat, he's really making those softs work. He's got past Dan. Chris has been involved in battles pretty much all night. Right, so Big Dan, let's go on board with him. Where is Pat? Where is Pat? There he is. Are we going to see him dying to our periphery? There he is. Whoa, very nice. And now Pat's going to get a good launch, I'll imagine. Yes, he does. Pat up to 8th on his softs, down to 9th on his softs. What can Pat do from there? Can he attack Chris? Chris is on medium, so Pat's got the advantage of tyres. Can he get up to 7th? Certainly competitive tonight. Look at this, Chris is having to defend as well, so those softs are really starting to work on Pat's Alpha. Chris defends as we go around the Lesmos. Pat tries to hang around the outside. Nice driving by the pair of them. Chris goes through him, and Pat, I think, has got him. No, he hasn't, as they battle into Lesmo 2. Oh, we're still going. This is a cracking race in between these two. Well defended, Chris. In the meantime, that's given Dan the hurry up. He's now going to get a run at Pat. And Sylvia's got good top end, but Dan decides to bump draft. Decides it will be slower to attack. So stays on it. We're going to get a good run now as we go through Ascari. Where's Chris gone? Where's Chris gone? Oh, Pat's giving us a squeeze. I think we're 3 abreast. We are 3 abreast as we come into Parabolica. Chris must have got a bit wide coming out of Ascari. So he's now dropped back down to 9th. And we've got Pat and Dan having a battle as we go through Parabolica. Oh, there's a bit of rubbing going on there. Pat's up to 7th. Chris got Dan right behind him. And we've got Chris right behind us. Let's see what the top end like. The Sylvia, here he come. You remember the Alpha could not get past the Sylvia in the tow, but it's a completely different story. Sylvia to Alpha. Dan does it down the inside. Yes, he does. Very nice. Is Pat going to get the launch though? We know how quickly Alpha is out of the tight chicanes. Alex is still in 2nd. We're keeping an eye on that. Let's just quickly flick up to those guys. What's going on here? Oh, that's a rubbish view. Oh, where's Chris gone? Chris must have gone. Oh, he's just his fastest lap. Dropped a bit off the back of Alex. Alright, Big Dan still in 7th, Pat in 8th, Chris in 9th, James is a little bit behind. Let's see what's Baz is escaping from this lot. Wayne's on his own, Sam's doing brilliant in 4th. But let's see what's going on with this battle for 7th. Benjamin says hello. Benjamin, why are you still up? You should be in bed. Right, Benjamin might make it into season 13, might you, Benjamin? 2 Sykes boys. Right, Dan, he's in 7th, Pat is in 8th. Let's see what's going on in the lead. Go to bed, Benjamin. Right, May's leading. Alex is 2nd. Alex is hanging this out. He's going to do 2 laps on hards, I'll imagine. Chris had a bit of a scruffy lap there, did a 2:06, so he's now dropped off the back. He's in no danger at all from Skipstone. Oh, the gap isn't that huge. But he's comfortable 3rd, which will be net 2nd, but Matt's got a bit of a lead now. Medium's hanging on nicely. Thank you, Benjamin. I'll come tuck you in. Right. So number 16 leads. Charles Leclerc's number is leading in Italy. If only that would happen in the real world. Alex is in second, but he's going to stop. So Alex, let's have a look. So Alex, it's about 15 seconds stop. Let's see when he goes through the next split. Alright, where are we? 25:45. Let's see where Sam is. Alex is going to drop. So Sam could be on for a podium here. Oh, it's going to be tight. It's about 15 seconds, and Sam is about 15 seconds behind. So we'll see where Alex is going to. He's going to come in this lap to get his mandatory 2 laps on hards. So he's going to be tight with Sam. Sam could be on for a podium here, and Sam this season is teamed up with Little's GP. So in theory, Sam's the worst driver, and Little's GP is the best. Although Sam is certainly not the worst driver, but anyway, that's how it's worked out. And he could be on for a podium here, right? So let's keep an eye on this. Here comes Sam. Stops are really quick here. Alex is going to go on to a hards as well. So Sam, I think, has got a net third. Alex is out. Where's Wayne? There is Wayne. He's coming down. So Alex has come out. Camera, please. Alex has come out in fourth, but we've got Wayne bearing down on him. I think Wayne has got him. Wayne has got him. So Alex drops out in fifth. Wayne's up to fourth. Sam is up to third. Is this a maiden podium for Sam? Could well be. Up front, Matt's still putting in the high 2 minutes. Chris is doing 2:01.4s. So it looks like, barring any instances, Matt is clear. Maybe one more lap after this. Might be 2 actually. Right, and all we've got here, right, got battle now. So Wayne on his mediums has got Alex on his hard. So in theory, you would say Wayne's mediums are the better bet. Wayne's just done his PB as well. But the hards, once they're hot, are pretty good. Let's just quickly run down the field. So Bazza is in sixth. He's been caught quite quickly by Dan, who's doing 2-minute laps. Pat is still frustrating Chris. But Pat's soft is starting to wilt. So we've got racing all the way down the field here, as per usual. This is why we love DTCC. So Chris is trying to hunt Pat down. Let's see what's going on between Wayne and... Oh, good time to cut to it. Wayne is defended from Alex. Those hards are good. Especially with low fuel. You can really get some pace on. So Wayne's on the inside. Alex is on the outside. Alex tries to go around the outside. And he does. Look at that. Lovely move by Alex around the outside of the parabolic car. But we're going to have Wayne right behind us. Let's quickly cut to see what's going on with Chris. Oh, Pat's got a bit of a gap on Chris, so I think Chris must have had a slight drama. Right, AJ and Wayne alongside each other again. How many times have we seen a car alongside each other? Look at these two, they're going to turn one. Alex has done the inside on his hards. Closes him off, nicely done. Alex is up to fourth. A good night so far for him, and Wayne's having a good night as well. Skips those third. Can he stay away? One more lap. Yes, one more lap. I think this is the final lap. I don't think Matt's going to cross the line from there. No, he won't. Too far away. So, final lap for Matt. It's been a while since he's won a DTCC race. We've got a comfortable gap now from Chris. He's got to hold it through the last couple of corners. So Alex has broken away a little bit from Wayne. Bazza's on his own. Although Big Dan is catching him. Well, actually not that lap. That's just his PB's responding. Pat's in 8th. Chris is in 9th and James is in 10th. Right, so into Parabolica we go for the last time. It's going to be tight, I think, this championship. 4th in the first race. So that's going to be 1st in the second for Matt. So Martini liveried Alpha takes the second race of the night. Little flash of lights, he goes across the line. Matt takes it. Chris comes across in second. Battled hard, I think it's skirmish with Alex, I think, cost him there, but a good second against fast as that right at the very end. And look at this, third from Sam. Wasn't far behind either. I'll have to double check. I think that could be his maiden podium. Well done, Sam. Jumped in at the last minute, gets a third. Alex is going to come across the line fourth with Wayne right behind him. Wayne gets a good fifth. Bazza gets a nice sixth. Yep, he's got a bit of a gap to his VRC teammate. Well done, Bazza. Nice sixth. Good, nice racing from him. Dan comes across his seventh. Pat gets eighth. Chris is going to come a bit of a battle scarred Sylvia ninth. And James is going to finish 10th. We'll watch him come through Parabolica for the last time. And he's second place, winning livery. Very nice Calsonic. Classic. Right, there we go. Across the line he goes for 10th. Right, so there we go. Winner from race 2 of the night is Matt, followed by Chris P, who takes the lead in the championship, courtesy of his win in round 1. Sam gets a great third. Alex 4th. Wayne 5th. Bazza 6th. Big Dan 7th. So a mix of cars here again. Pat and the Alpha 8th. Chris and Sylvia 9th. And James 10th. So that was round 1 of season 12. We will be back for round 2 very soon, which will be the first of the 2 sprint nights. So that'll be 3 15-minute races at Brands Hatch Indy, which is a track that has never appeared in 12 seasons of DTCC. So that'll be broadcast very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you for watching, and we will see you at Brands.